Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri Protips, episode 23. Always use a band-aid on 105/117 mags. So what I mean by 117 mags and 105 mags is the 105 mags are, the good mags. So I have 3 105s, I have 6, and I use 12 band-aids on all of them, basically. But I'm talking about your Thunderquake, Skyrending, Wicked Wolf, Attack Star, Crucifix, Talon Breaker, Raretsu, Dancing Water, and Thunderquake. I don't know, I probably missed one, but you know what I'm talking about. The 105 mags, the mags that take 5 different skill force mags and they come together, they're awesome, they're like the best mags ever. So whenever you're ornamenting these mags, I don't care if you have a 95% or if you have a 12%, you best be putting a band-aid on that. There is nothing worse than farming all of your resources, coming together, ornamenting, and having a broken slot on like the most precious Magatama in the game. You know, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Back in the day, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna mute my computer here because Facebook's going off. But back in the day, I would say if I saw anyone with a broken slot in a 105 mag, I'd blacklist them. I never did it, but I just said, you know, that's how disappointed I would be in that player, that they would not give a big enough poop to use protection on their most valuable resource. So, you know, I used a band-aid on this Gemini because it was so good. I love my Gemini. 12 crit, HP SV, 6 dex. It's great. Hi, Gray. Ornamenting 5 Mongokus right now. Lend me your luck. You have my luck, Hagura. 5 Mong. That's a lot. Whew. So yeah, like the other day, for those who watched, I did an ornamentation video of me ornamenting my 2 new Thunderquakes live, and it was a great time. I'm now at 59 crit. Fantastic. I never failed any of them, but I'm glad I didn't. I still have all my Band-Aid bees. It's great. But yeah, the pro tip here, there's no big lesson here, is like Magatama slots cannot be reversed. If you break that slot, it's forever. You know, it's not like you fail a smelt, if your weapon doesn't break, you're lucky you can keep going, you know. Once a slot breaks in a mag, it's done. It's broken forever. So you don't want that to happen. So this is probably the most important pro tip ever. Like this one in 22, most important. So always, always, always use a band-aid on 105 mags. I don't care if it's a 95% or a 12%, 50%, whatever. You know, always use one. Thanks, Gray. You saw that? It was awesome, wasn't it? It was a great video. If anyone wanted to see me just in suspenders and going through a stream of ornament, and it was like the best thing ever, because I worked really hard to get those mags this past weekend. Past like 3 months, to be honest. I made 6 105s. None of them have a broken slot, just bad ornamentations. I would sooner see someone with, you know, 6 decks on a mag as opposed to 2 broken slots. You know, that'd be so much better. So, and then I also said 117 mags, and I realized that could present some confusion. So what I mean by 117 mags are the, for example, Thunderquake fused Magatama. It's your fused Magatama. I'm not talking about like the stuff to make it. Like no one's gonna ornament a Cygnus or a Rabbit, or, you know, I'm not talking about the stuff needed to make the fused. I'm just talking about the fused Magatamas. That's some good shit right there. Yep. What the heck? So always, always, always use a band-aid when you're ornamenting 105s and 117 mags and precious mags like that. You know, that's what your band-aids are for. They're not for the infinite Amaras you get every day. They're not for, you know, just stuff you get in Dew Creek. You know, band-aids, they're for 105s, and then your 4th mag, if it's really good and you want to protect that slot like I did, It's a great use on this on a mag like that. I'm very proud of my Gemini. I love it. Hi Unicorn. So yeah, always use a band-aid. Like if you even if you're free to play, I told this to Hagra who's free to play. I told them, even if you're free to play and you're free to play, right? So you don't have a billion drop boosts, you don't have, all that extra advantage you get from putting money in the game, vanguards, etc. And you farmed up all of your materials for a 105, 117, like, by yourself. Even if you're free to play and it took you like 2 years, are you gonna let that 2 years go to waste by not using protection? Like, come on now. You don't want that to happen. Like, even if you're free to play, everyone's got 20 bucks. Go to the store, get an ice cream, get a $20 PSN card, put it in, get 3 Band-Aid Bs, Band-Aid As, 6 As, whatever you want. I bought 3 Bs because Band-Aids actually last a lot longer than smelting buttons if you have the proper, ornamentation items and stuff. So, exactly, Unicorn, always use protection. There's nothing like... I would be devastated if I broke a slot on one of my mags. Like, I have 6 decks in this Gemini, that's great. You know why? Because I have 6 crit and HP right beside it. And then I have SP and crit right beside the other one. It's great. I love it. This one here, let's pretend I broke the second slot. It's like, oh, well, you already had 5 crit and slice anyway, it doesn't matter. No, that was 8 crit. That was the best roll I've ever had in my life. 8 crit. It's amazing. I would, like, use a band-aid. Like, some people will say mags are useless unless ornamented. And at the same time, they'd rather not ornament for the fear of using a band-aid. If someone doesn't use a band-aid on a few... Yeah, exactly. I would cry. You put so much time into farming. Even if I was free to play, I would still put money in. Exactly. Like, you can say no to rolling, you can say no to all that stuff. I understand people don't like the gambling aspect of Onigiri, but you can buy band-aids, no problem. I'm gonna show you right now. So you come in, you see this lady working at the counter. She's really cute, innocent and all that, and you might be a little embarrassed, but you're gonna go in, you're gonna click special items, and you're gonna be like, Miss, I need to do something very special tonight that I've been working on for a couple months. And I gotta buy 3 Band-Aid slot Bs. And she's gonna be like, you go get them, Tiger. I'm trying to make that condom reference, but she's not gonna judge you. The people that are gonna judge you are the people who know that you could have used protection, but you didn't. And that's so much you don't care about your mags. So if you really, care about this, I know not everyone cares about this game, right? They just play it to play it. But at the end of the day, if you built a 105 mag, you must care to some degree, unless you're like a sword user or something. So always use a band-aid on a fuse mag and a 105 mag. Whew. And that is Protips 22. I'll see y'all later, and I wish you luck on your ornamentations and smelts and all that good drops.